Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy week of June the 16th. Can you believe it is already in the middle of June? I cannot. Okay, so this week we are pulling from our usual soul's journey from James Van Prague around our monthly mantra. I am allowed to do what's best for me, even if it upsets others. Listen, this card is great for us this week, and here it is: acceptance. Acceptance. And at the bottom, it says, I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And that is hard for me because I want to fix it. I'm a fixer and I want to fix it. But surrounding our monthly mantra, what this came up for me was when we set boundaries, when we say no or yes, depending on what you need and want to do, sometimes others are not going to be as excited about that as we are. And unfortunately, assuming again, I've said this before, we're doing this and coming to this conclusion with the right intention, that's not my problem. And that's hard because as a people pleaser, I'm working on it. Um, it is hard to set a boundary and upset someone. However, sometimes we just have to accept their unhappiness about it because we are doing what's best for us with the right intention. And I've said this before, when you are making changes, whatever that is, that could be a huge one, job, relationship, etc. Or it could be a small but significant change. Then I recommend telling the people that are in your circle that would notice that change. Okay. And let me give you an example, something it's not my example. I totally am taking this from a creator on another platform. I don't even remember which creator it was. But if you decide not to drink alcohol anymore, and that is your decision, then you may have some people that will still ask you out to go to the bar or to a party or something that there's alcohol there. And then you've got to make the decision. Is that what you're going to do? And how are you going to handle that? Or are you going to say, nah, that's not my scene anymore. Thanks for the invite. And know that there may be some pressure to go and hang out and, you know. So you have to accept that you may not be able to change them. They may continue to do what they do. They may fall sort of away from you because after so many invites, they may say, you know what, no reason to invite them. They're not gonna, come out anyway, which again is fine. Just know that sometimes, as much as we would love to say, hey, we can have fun without alcohol, let's do this. And they say no, that we have to accept that they don't wanna. They don't wanna. Just like I don't want to drink. Maybe they do. That's their journey, right? And we've got to accept that. And sometimes we have to accept that as we grow and as we heal, not everybody is going to grow with us. Sometimes they're not who we want to be around anymore. And that is okay. That is our growth. Or maybe both of y'all are growing, but growing in different directions. That's life. That is being a human. So again, accept that, change is inevitable. Everybody's going to change. And sometimes it's you that are changing and people around you don't understand or whatever. And sometimes we have to accept that. And sometimes we have to let them go for our greatest and highest good. For our greatest and highest good. And that's not saying that they were not loved, that they were not cared about, that they did not have a significant um, part in our life. But for right now, and I've had a relationship before with a friend of mine who it was great. For whatever reason, we sort of drifted apart. And then, I don't know, years later, we sort of came back together. And that may happen. But we both had to take our own path and we had to accept that. And that is okay. That is okay. So I say all that to say this week, if you've set a boundary or said yes or making decisions that doing what's best for you that people may not understand, that's okay. That's okay. You're doing what's best for you. All right. I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous week. Please don't forget, we are talking about this kind of stuff on Thursday nights and Embracing Me. We're talking about being bold and unapologetic, and we are hitting the ground running this month. You can join anytime. Embracing Me. This is not a 1 week, but is based on the week before. So you can jump in anytime. There's no long-term obligation. You can cancel anytime. So if you're interested, come join us, and we'd love to have you. Have a great week, everybody.